Okay, so for those of you who are doing a video game, I wanted to present the concept of an object, a player character, or a non-player character that works from a sprite sheet. So we talked about sprites the last time, which is basically a sprite is just a rectangle around a picture. Now, if you can make that picture move, that's technically called animation. I call that a flat sprite. This is a sprite that has an illusion of movement, like he's not doing anything. This is his idle position. So he's got 5 different modes here. He can walk, run, jump. He can die, or he can just sit there idle. Right now he's idle, but if I want to, I can make him run. I can make him walk. He can jump. And if you shoot him, boom, he dies, right? So there he is, and you can make him idle again. So how does that work? What's happening there is that the system is just going through a bunch of different photographs. Now, this guy is called Flatboy. You may see him on various instructional videos. Flatboy is something you can download from the interwebs. So let me see if I can find some Flatboy. And what you would do is Google for Flatboy sprite sheet. And I thought I had the link up here, and then I ended up not doing it. But like here you go. This is Flatboy, right? So Flatboy is a set of free sprites. So Game 2D art. So and they've got Fat Boy too. So they just have all these different things you can do. So here you go, and you can download these things. This is where I got it. So you can see this is the, no, I don't want to subscribe to your newsletter, but he's got idle, walk, run, jump, dead. But it's a series of photographs, and what happens is the code just moves through all these photographs. So I have downloaded Flatboy, and I stored him somewhere, stored him with my code. So he is, I'm going to guess, documents and maybe, okay, Flatboy, this is the zip file where I downloaded him. And then documents, let me see if is he an Anaconda? No, I probably put him somewhere else. Maybe in Python here. Games, Flatboy. There we go. Now, there are just all kinds of different people that have made these sprite sheets. If you're artistically inclined, you could do this yourself and just create a series of sprites. But what happens is when he's in idle mode, he just sits there and he just kind of just sits there and does his thing and goes through all his thing. There's 15 different idle images that he goes through. Mostly he just moves his fists around and he bounces. So, but then for each of these items, there's 15 different things he does. Now, it doesn't have to be 15. It could be some other number. Just so happens that Flatboy has 15 different images. So how do we program this so that it works? So let me do a new file. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. First off, we are going to import Pygame. And then we're going to import something else called Glob. Glob should already be in your library. Now remember, we had to install Pygame, do a pip install Pygame. Glob, I'm pretty sure, comes with your software. Now if it doesn't, remember the first thing to always do is try a pip install Glob. So you do that either in terminal or in like an Anaconda PowerShell, something like that. If that doesn't work, Google conda install glob. And then the last thing you would do if you're on a Mac and it's still not working is brew install glob. So those are the 3 things you should try to install a module, and it's kind of trial and error. I just do whichever one works. I prefer conda installs when I can do them, but you either pip install it, conda install it, or if you're on a Mac, you can brew install it. Now, if you try all those and it doesn't work, bring your computer to class and I'll see if I can help you. All right, so let's define a color. Black equals 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and let's set our screen width and height. Okay, and screen size equals. Okay, so we've got, whoa, there we go. Okay, so we've got our screen defined. Now, remember we defined our sprites as a class last time. Okay, so we're going to do class. We'll call this my sprite. then we're going to do pygame sprite. Right, and we learned our lesson last time. Do not show us your cans, because that wasn't even Sprite. That was 7-Up. All right, so we're going to initialize our Sprite as ourself as this Sprite. Whoops. And then an action. Okay. So the action we're going to define in just a little bit. Okay. So now the list of images we're going to use. This is where we got where we stored all our Flatboy stuff. So I stored my Flatboy basically kind of in the directory where my program file was. So I'm going to say list images. So I'm going to make a list of all the images that are available. This is where we use glob. I'm going to do file, Flatboy, and then there you go. And then action, what action is what I'm having him do. Like fall down, he's going to die, or he'll run or walk or be idle. Star.png. So what am I doing here? I'm kind of giving it a weird path that I want to be universal, that will represent the location of all these files. So when I go to Documents in Python, all my Flatboy files, I'm going to store my program here in games, and then my Flatboy files are going to be here. So when we say Flatboy is the name of the directory. See, all lowercase Flatboy, relative to the directory I'm in. So we got that going for us, which is nice. And then action. So dead is an action, idle is an action, walk and run are an action, so is jump. And then we're going to say star. What the star is going to be is where the number comes in. And then .png. So we're specifying a list of images. We want to load all these images into a list. We haven't built the logic yet that loads them in. We're going to do that in just a moment. All right. Now, the first thing we want to find out is how long is this thing? Whoops. And we're going to say the length of image 1, okay, equals the length of the list image 0. What does that mean? We've declared a variable called im1, and then it's equal to the length of this, equal to the length of that list of images. All right, so now we need to load the images in. So we're going to say self.images equal pygame.image.load img. So where's img? It's here. We're going to say for img in list underscore img if length of it is equal to length image. What we're doing here is we're just saying that the length here, this is the length of, hold on. What do you not like about that?